Hi guys, welcome back. Now we are going to learn some of the basic Python interview question. So the question would be given number is a even or odd number. This is the basic question. Then swap the value of two variables and find the greatest number from the given number. And find the given number is positive, negative or zero. And we need to check whether the person is eligible to vote or not. So these are the basic questions we are going to learn today. So let's start one by one. First, we need to go given number is a even or odd. So here for that first take a input from the user. Then check whether the number is even or odd and print the message whether it is a even number or odd number. This is what we have to do. We'll understand step by step. First I write a code for prompt the user to enter a number and store it in a variable. So now for that what we have to do, we have to create a one variable. In this variable we need to say int input. Here we are asking that enter a number. Okay, so now simply we are asking enter a number. So the input function is used to take a user input. And why we have a int? Because int is used to convert the input. User input is by default string. So convert into an integer data type because we want to perform some numerical operation over here. And we are going to check whether the user input is odd or even. So for that we are going to check that. So we need to say the condition. So we are going to use the if conditions over here. In if conditions here we are using a modular operator. Mod operator and equal to operator. Two operator we are going to use. Mod operator going to return you the reminder when you divide the number. Right? When you divide the number, suppose I'm saying number is the input that is given by the user and we are stored it in a number variable. That number mod, when we are dividing by 2 equal to 0, right? So when you are getting a reminder is 0, then we can say that is a even number. Okay, if the reminder is 0, then that is the number is even number. So we can print this is even number. Okay, then say given number is even. Okay, it check whether the remainder of a number divided by 2 is equal to 0. If the condition in the if statement is true, then it print the message, let's say given number is a even number. Suppose if the condition is false, right? So if the condition in the if statement is false, then we can say will be coming into the else part. So else part print given number is odd number. So this is what we are going to do. Now let's run this. So it is asking a first number. We can say one number. We can say 36. So given number is a even number. Now let me run again. We'll see 101. So now this is a odd number. So given number is a odd number. So this is the way we need to understand how we have to identify whether the given number is a even or odd. Just we are going to use a modular operator and equal to operator. Because mod operator will going to return you the remainder. So now we are checking the remainder 0 means it is a even number. Else it is a odd number. Fine. Now let's move on to the next question. Swap the values of two variables. Write Python code to swap the values of two variables. So now I'll be going to store two values, right? So we are going to prompt the user to the two values first. Let's see, I'll go and write the code for that. Now we can say, I'll just store it in a first number, x equal to, prompt the user to enter the first value. So we can say input, here we can add, enter the first value, right? Similarly, prompt the user to enter a second value and store it in another variable. We can say y equal to input, enter the second value. Now we are getting a two values and we store it in a x and y variables. So now we have to swap the number. What is that swap number? Suppose here in that x we are giving a 25 and y we are giving a 50. We need to print x equal to 50, y equal to 25. That's what we are going to swap. So now I just wanted to create a one more variable, that is a temporary variable. Why we are creating this temporary variable? Temporary variable we are creating and assign that value, x value into the temporary variable. Why? Because we are going to override the x value now, right? The next we are going to override the x value. So that's where the original value we are going to store it in a temporary variable. So now value x equal to, I'm just assigning the y value to the x. Okay, this effectively swap the value of x with the value of y. Now finally the value stored in the temporary variable, right? Temporary variable is assigned to the y. So now we can say y equal to temporary variable. Temporary variable, here we are already assigned that in the original x value, we're going to store it in a temporary. So now see, x value we are assigning to that, y value is assigned to the x, and x value is assigned to the y. This is the way we have to swap. Now x hold the original value of y holding the original value of x. Now let's print this. Print, I can say x value. I can add a x now, and we can say y value as well. So now y value is plus 1. Just we are comparing. So now let's run this. We'll see how this is printed. Now enter the first value. I'm saying a 20. And second value I'm saying a 50. See now x value is a 50 and y value is a 20. So this is the way we have to swap with the temporary variable. This is the basic one of the interview question. Now let's move on to the next question. Find the greatest number from the given number. So this is also, we have to prompt the user only one number. Then we need to check whether the number is greatest number or not. Right now we have to we have to prompt the user input. Then we need to check whether the number is greatest number or not. So let's go and write a code for that. Let's see. I just remove this one. Now I just wanted to, I can say two number we need to ask. So prompt to the user, enter the first number and second number. So we can say we're going to create a variable number 1 equal to int input, enter first number. Okay, so enter first number. Now this is going to hold the first number, right? The number 1 variable going to hold the first value. Then we can ask the second value as well. This input function, as we seen before, input function is used to prompt the user to enter a number and convert it into the integer. Right. Similarly, prompt the user to enter a second number. So second number and store it in another variable. We can say number 2. Number 2 equal to input. We'll ask enter second number. So we are getting a 2 numbers now. Now we need to check. We are stored it in a number 1 and number 2. Check whether the value of number 1 is greater than value of number 2 using the if condition. Right. So here we are saying if condition number 1 greater than number 2. So this is going to return you true or false. If the condition is true, then we are saying print first number is greater than second. Okay. Same way, if the condition is false, then it should coming into the else part. So in else part, print second number is greater than the first. So now let's run this. It's asking a first number. I'm giving a first number 10, second number 20, See now, second number is a greater than first. So now let's see 100 and second number I am giving 50. See now, first number is greater than the second number. So this is, if condition, if you see number greater than relational operator we are going to use, this will going to return you true or false. If the condition is true, this block will going to execute. If the condition is false, then its else block will going to execute. So this is what the code for finding the greatest number in the given two numbers. Let's see the next question. So next find given number is positive, negative or zero. Right? Here we are going to use if condition. I mean two conditions we need to check. So one we are going to use if, then again we are going to use a if as well. Right? If means else if. Else if also we are going to use. Right, now let us understand Python script to find a given number is a positive, negative or zero. Let's go and create the script for that. So here we have to use if and else if as well. Let's start write the code. First, get the user input and check the given number is positive, negative or zero. First, let's say prompt to the user. I can say number equal to int input. Here we can input function we are going to use enter a number. So now let's see. I'll see here the input function return a string. So we wrap it with the integer. So convert the user input into an integer. Then store it in the number variable. Fine. Next check if the value stored in the variable number is greater than 0. Right? If the condition in the if statement number greater than 0 means then that is a positive number. That's what we need to check. So we can say if number greater than 0. So if the condition is true, then we can say this is a positive number. So we can print given number is positive. So if the condition is false, we have another condition. Right? So because we need to check positive, negative and 0 as well. So next condition we use elif. So elif. So here we need to say elif statement, it stands for else if. Okay, elif, here we need to check number equal to 0. Right? So if number equal to 0, then if the condition is, if elif statement is true, it means that number entered by the user is exactly 0. So we can print given number is 0. Okay, so the next one. So if the if condition and elif condition is false, then we need to go with the else part. So else part, it's going to print. So if it is not a positive, it is not a 0, then it will be negative number, right? So we can say given number is negative. So this is the way we need to go. Here we are passing if condition, else if. Two conditions we are checking over here. Now let's run and we'll see how this is working. Now I am saying enter a number 10. So given number is a positive number. So now suppose if I am entering a 0, then given number is a 0. If I go with the negative number, minus 10, see given number is a negative. So this is the way we need to check, multiple conditions, positive, negative and 0. So this is multiple conditions we can go. We are using a elif as well. I hope this is clear. We'll move on to the next question. Next question will be check whether the person is eligible to vote or not. Right. First, we are prompt the user to enter a user age. For that user age, we are using the same input function. Then we need to check, age is greater than equal to 18 or not. If it is 18, then we need to print you are eligible for vote. Otherwise, we need to print you are not eligible for a vote. So let's go and write the code for that. So first we need to prompt the user. So we can store it in a variable. We can say age, int, input, enter your age. Enter your age. So if we need to check here, if the condition statement, we need to go with the if condition. So here, age greater than equal to 18. Right? Greater than, and also we need to check whether it is a 18. If the condition in the if statement age greater than equal to 18 is true, it means that the user age is 18 or older. So if it is the condition is true, then we can print you are eligible for vote. Okay. So if the condition is false, then we can say else conditions. We can say print you have to wait for vote. Okay, have to wait for vote. This is the way we need to go. Just only two conditions. Whether we need to check whether given a age is greater than equal to 18. If the condition is true, this block will going to execute. This block means this code, whatever you have written, will going to execute. Else, this will going to execute. I hope this is clear. Fine. I hope this is clear. Thanks for watching. We'll learn more Python interview question in the next video.